You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Today on our 500th episode of the Cabral Concept, on this Motivation and Mindset Monday, I just want to take a moment and express my gratitude for each and every one of you. This started as absolutely nothing. It started as 0 downloads just about 18 months ago or so. And because of you, it's grown to now almost 1 million downloads. Literally, I do my part, which is speaking into this microphone right now. But it is you who have shared this message with your friends, with your family, with your coworkers, with your loved ones, is why it's been able to spread. And that is really what I appreciate. That's really what I want to also focus on today. Because remember, this podcast, just like anything else in your life, it started from scratch. It started from nothing. I myself, just in terms of my own health revolution, in terms of getting well, but also in terms of my own health-based career, I've started over 4 different times. 4 separate times I've moved different states. I've also obviously graduated from undergrad, from graduate school. All of these times I've had to step back. I've had to assess where I am in my life. And then I've had to come up with that plan to move forward. But today it's not talking about the plan. We've spoken about that in the past, and I do recommend going back and listen to those Mindset and Motivation Mondays. But today what I want you to talk about, or I want to talk about with you, is don't be afraid to start from scratch. Don't be afraid to start over. It's scary, there's no doubt about it, because what's happened is you've worked each and every day of your life to get to this moment where you are right now. And it might not be the pleasant moment that you were hoping for, right? It might not be the situation that you'd like to see yourself in. But it's a comfort zone that you're used to. And that can be dangerous because the days pass, the weeks pass, the months pass, the years pass. And all of a sudden, you're still back right where you started, right where you began. You haven't progressed forward because you haven't had the confidence yet. You haven't had the confidence in yourself as a person to take that next step in a different direction. Right? So what I want to let you know as well is that you should not be afraid to start over, to start from scratch. And you don't even have to set those 30-day, those 60-day goals that we spoke about. Because what I want you to do is this, is that as you begin to move in that other direction, just even from a mindset-based perspective, what I want you to think about is this, the excitement that can build from that. That energy, that excitement will allow you then to work more on yourself. So let's talk not today about working on your job, your career, your health, your body, whatever it is. Let's talk about working on you as an individual. So all the things that go into making you great, right? Because you are great. You might not feel it right now, but everything you need to be successful is already within you. Yes, you do look to different mentors, you look to different coaches and books and all of those things for information, but not to make you great. All you do is you look for those things to pull it out of yourself. It's already been there. It's always been there. If not, how? You can't put it back in. You can't take it from another person. I can speak these words. Someone else can speak the words. Someone else can write the words down on paper. But those are just words. You actually need to draw it from within yourself and start to live that. And that's why it really is about becoming a better person, working more on yourself than you do necessarily on your job, on even a relationship, because as you become better, everything in life gets better. So some of those examples would be working on self-improvement, working on happiness, working on mindset, working on your own health, all of those things, but from a perspective that you're doing it for you. Because as you become better, everything in your life gets better. Part of that is simply perspective. There's no doubt about it. But perspective is really what it's all about in life. It's understanding that you can be happy without the best relationship. You can be happy without the best job. You can be happy without the best health. You can be happy without all the money in the world. You can be happy without those things. When you realize that, that's when you've taken your life to the next level, because then when you get the relationship, the health, the body, the career, it only adds to that. But it doesn't necessarily make you a more fulfilled person, because that fulfillment, that happiness is coming from within. The only way to make this happen is to start small, to start over in one area of your life. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to get out of the relationship. You don't have to do any of those things. What you need to do is start small. Start from scratch in one new area. What is it that you want to work on? Start accumulating those small wins. Forget about the big wins. Don't look for the 20-pound weight loss. Look for the 2-pound weight loss. Look for that. Build off that 2 pounds, because you know if you lost 2 pounds, you can lose 2 more. Forget about losing the 20. Forget about losing the 50. Lose 2. Lose another 2. In terms of your health, you're groggy, you have brain fog every time when you wake up in the morning, or you're bloated, your digestive system hurts, all of these specific things. Work on getting through one day, one meal, or after just a couple hours of not having those specific symptoms. Figure out what foods that could be the triggers for you to feel bloated. Figure out what you have for dinner maybe the night before that's causing you to be groggy, or start to go to bed a little earlier. Or start to work on those adrenal glands, those hormones in general. Build off the small wins. Don't expect yourself to get better tomorrow, to lose the weight tomorrow, to get the career that you want tomorrow. It doesn't happen that way. What happens is we start to make a shift. We pivot in our life. And as we pivot, we start to see things in a different light. But again, we don't have to blow everything up. What we need to do is just start to make a small veering off the road in one direction, okay? We can still keep what we have in our life, knowing, though, that we're opting for something bigger, something better. We want more for ourselves, more fulfillment. And when you do that, you start to get excited for your future. When you're getting excited for your future, that's where motivation comes from. You don't need to come up with all these different hacks to get excited, to get motivated, to do motivation, to do meditation, to do any of those things. You get excited because you see potential. When you see that potential, it makes you want to do more. That's the secret to success. All the people who have achieved specific things in their life, who have taken it to they've taken to a level that you admire, that you want to get to yourself. They've done it because they're self-motivated. They're self-motivated because they see the excitement in it, or they see the goal, they see what it will bring in their own life or their families. Remember, it's not always about themselves. A lot of these things are altruistic because, again, once you achieve success, what keeps you going? Why is it that these authors, these doctors, these whomever it might be, keep practicing until they're 50s, 60s, 70s? Why is that? They've already achieved what they need to achieve. They do it because of also self-fulfillment and service towards others. They see the difference that they're making, and you're going to do the same thing in your life. But what you're going to do is you're going to make your life whole first. You're going to accumulate those wins. People are then going to see, they're going to notice without you saying a word, that you seem to be moving in a different direction, in a good way, that you seem to be building up momentum, that things seem to be happening in your life. Right? I don't like to use these war analogies as well, but none of these battles, none of these individual days matter at all, because you're still going to have your bad days. There's no doubt about it. What we want, though, are to accumulate more good days than bad. That is how wars are won, right? More battles are won. And yes, some battles are more important than others, and we do need to win those. And again, I'm not an advocate of talking about these types of analogies, but these are ones that we can all relate to. We can relate to it because we know that not every battle can be won. Not every day can be won. Not every meal can be perfect, right? Sometimes we miss a workout. Sometimes we get sick. Even the best doctors I know get sick. People asked me on the house call last weekend, how can this specific doctor, go through these specific health issues if they're a functional medicine doctor? Because they're a real person, that's why. They're a real person. Each one of us have our own struggles. We don't even know the struggles of another person because we don't live inside their body. We don't live in their mind. And that's why all we can really handle is ourself. So again, going back, and this is very appropriate on my 500th episode, Jim Rohn had a very famous quote. He said, "I'll take care of me for you if you'll take care of you for me." And that's why I honestly believe if we look out for ourselves, if we honestly try to make ourselves whole, if we try to make ourselves happy, we'll be so much better off for others. And I truly believe that once you start to realize this fact, you're going to start to take back a little bit of that power to yourself. Because it's only when you believe you have that power that you can actually change. You can't change until you believe in yourself and you believe you have the power to do it. And you do. As I said in the beginning of this conversation, it's always been there within you. It's there right now. Yes, you can listen to the podcast, you can read the books. There's no doubt about it, and you should. Go to the certifications, go to the seminars. But only do that as a matter of, or a way of, drawing that potential within yourself out. You have to take it out. You have to build up the self-confidence. You have to realize the power. You don't have to turn yourself into a lion overnight. But what you need to do is enough confidence to take that first step, to create that first small win. And then that's going to give you a little bit more confidence. You're going to build off of that. I honestly believe that is the secret to success, is the falsehood of believing that you can jump to, the best career in the world, the best health, the amazing body. It doesn't happen. It exists on social media because it's all made up. But in the real world, we need to create these small wins. We need to build off of them. And I do believe that. I also believe that you deserve to be healthy and you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be fulfilled and you deserve to feel like you have purpose in your life. And not a lot of people feel that for themselves. They just said, well, my parents weren't happy, my friends aren't happy, so why should I be happy, right? My spouse isn't happy, my kids aren't happy, whatever it is. That doesn't have to be your mindset. That doesn't have to be your life. And what I found is more times than not, as you begin to be happy, as you begin to take your own life back, other people resonate with that. They can't not. They want more of what you have, of what you're showing off, right? You're not telling people about it. You're living that in your own life. That's contagious. It absolutely is. So you have to believe, you have to see within yourself that you deserve to be healthy. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be fulfilled. You deserve to have purpose in life. When you believe that, then you can make that first step. When you accept this for yourself, you start to smile, you start to believe. That's when you'll take that first step. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another Cabral Concept. As I said in the beginning, I appreciate each and every one of your listens, each and every one of your shares, and I do thank you for always tuning into the Cabral Concept.
Are you ready to heal yourself and then go on to heal others? If so, the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute can help you discover proven functional medicine protocols that blend the best of 7 different healing disciplines from around the world. I personally share with you the exact handouts and protocols I use in my private practice that enable people to get well, lose the weight, and live longer, stronger. I want to pass this information on to the next generation of health coaches, and that is exactly why I created IHP. We are the future of the health coaching industry, and the skills and knowledge you will learn will make you an in-demand certified health coach anywhere in the world. Although we have many medical professionals taking the IHP certifications, no experience is necessary, and half our members have no previous health certifications. At the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, our motto is a health coach in every home. Our goal is that you take this knowledge and then share it with family, friends, loved ones, your community, or in a practice where you create a career you love and can be proud of. The global IHP community is filled with some of the most kind and caring people in the world, and we can't wait to welcome you into our world soon. For more information or to set up a discovery call with one of our IHP Health Coach graduates, simply head over to integrativehealthpractitioner.org.